goes everything. We are ready to fire it up for the first time in years after changing all the fluids, cleaning the injectors, flushing out the fuel system. It is a good thing I did it. I didn't think I was going to need it. After seeing the fuel come out of the tank, it looked pretty good. Just a little yellow, nothing inside the tank. Pump and filter and all that looked fine. But when I cleaned the injectors, hopefully you saw that in the video if you watched that, for the first few puffs, there was definitely a different spray pattern, and then they all cleaned right up, lickety-split. So they were definitely not going to give at least best performance right away. Maybe it would have self-cleaned just running it with fuel. Probably, definitely would have cleaned up running fuel through it with fuel cleaner, at least for one tank cycle, maybe two. But it's right here. It's super easy, cheap, and fixed just like that. So I've had the battery all this time on a tender. I would put it on once every couple months just to keep it topped off. Never ran down or anything like that. And the battery was new just before I put it away. So that was just due to normal age. I need to let it, if it starts, come up to temp, come back down so I can top off the overflow tank for the coolant and the oil. Change the oil, clutch fluid, brake fluid. Those were nasty, by the way. The clutch fluid was the worst. I mean, it was really dark, smelled disgusting. It actually smelled a little bit like the the rear gear oil. If you know what that smells like, if you've changed it yourself, it's nasty. It actually smells like differential oil. And the brakes weren't that bad. The rear especially, that looked pretty clean. Front was, just normal, but that was just, I wanted to get rid of it anyway because it's so hydroscopic and I don't like the brake fluid staying around more than 2-3 years, especially here in Florida. So I still have this trim piece off just so I can access my overflow tank, but other than that, she's buttoned back up. Moment of truth, I'm gonna let the fuel pump, I gotta put gas in it. I got a couple gallons of fresh gas right there, so let me dump that in and then we'll try. And if you're wondering to yourself right now, hey, where did you get that normal freaking gas can? I'll link down to a video I just did on this. Few bucks for a kit. Super easy to convert all these stupid eco cans back to normal. All right, let's try that again. That sounds better. Now I can hear the pump strain a little bit. Heard a little squeak. We're gonna do that a few times. Definitely gonna have air in the line there up to the injector rail. Just listening for the sound of that pump to change. That was pretty constant, so it might be filled. Got enough gas registering. Everything looks good. One more time. Yep, sounds normal. All right, here we go. Let's see. We're in neutral. All right. Sounds like we're in business. All right, I'm gonna let it heat up, top everything off. Got the oil topped off. Right in the middle there. Funny, I was draining the oil and I freaked out a little bit. Not freaked out, but I was a little concerned because I undid the filter first and let that start to drain, and oh man, it looked clean. I'm thinking, oh no, did I just change the oil before I put it away? I couldn't remember. Then I dropped the drain bolt and no, nice and black. So I didn't waste any money on a filter or oil. And we're back in business. I'm gonna let it cool off, make sure the coolant's good, put the panel back on, and it'll be ready to ride. Won't be out today, still got some more stuff to do. I want to get a new helmet, but I need to research what's the latest and greatest out there right now. I've got an RF 1200, which when I got it was great. It was new, fits me very well, very quiet, fairly light, but I'm sure there's been improvements. The problem is finding one that fits my head. I definitely have to go out again, like I did last time, go around to different stores and put stuff on. I mean, I think I went through 20 helmets last time between models, brands, and sizes, and as soon as I put the large RF 1200 on, perfect fit. Everything else, There was something wrong with it. So I got to figure that out, but it's still good enough for now, you know, but it's 10 years old, so I definitely want to get it replaced. What's coming up on the channel? I want to let you guys know about stuff that's in the works right now. I have 3, I'm going to call them different budget tiers, actually. They're different in function, but they're also different in price, especially 2 of them. Man, I don't even know what to call them these days. They're not just dash cam systems. They're so much more. They're digital dashboards and tire pressure monitoring and GPS. Some have navigation, CarPlay. I mean, you're pretty much going like you have in a normal car these days on a bike. But like I said, I got 3 coming in. I will be doing full reviews on each one of them, and then you guys can decide, you know, is it something for you? What features are important to you? Of course, I'm going to run them all through the paces. If you haven't, over the years, watched my Guy Stuff channel, I've done a lot of car dash cam reviews, and I put them through their paces and go through the features and overviews, day and night video tests and all that kind of good stuff. I'm doing the same thing on the bike with all 3 of those. Now, I've done probably half a dozen dedicated bike dash cam system reviews in the past, but those were all very basic compared to what's out today. Those were just a little module that you hide under the seat somewhere, wire up a couple basic cameras, and, you know, hope that it's under 250 bucks. But those were all very hard to use. They worked. I mean, they worked as a dash cam. You got in an accident, you're gonna have some form of footage, but they were nothing that you'd ever want to use for riding videos or, you know, anything like that. And they didn't bring anything to the table as far as linking your phone or your comms, music, you know. Some even have lean angles, you know, just like a sports car. They give you all kinds of stuff on a digital dash. So that's all coming. That's going to start in just a few days. Got 2 tracking numbers already, 1 coming shortly. I also have something else in the works. I didn't get the tracking number for it yet, but they said it's on the way. We're just figuring out the schedule for a electric assist bicycle. I know it doesn't really go with, you know, tool obsession motorcycles, but man, this is a brand new kind of product. You know, I've never ridden any electric powered or assisted bicycle. I have a lot of bicycle experience over the years, but this will be all new for me. So that looks kind of interesting. So we'll take a look at that coming after all the dash cam stuff. And then, who knows, it's, you know, disgustingly hot out now to do daytime rides and that kind of good stuff. But there's some new stuff I want to check out. We've got a brand new drag strip opening, I think they said December this year. Maybe it was October. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. But it's in Hernando County, just, you know, half an hour from here. So that's really cool. We used to have a great one down in, I guess it's technically St. Pete. It might have been Largo. But I don't even know if it's still running. Anyway, they built and developed all around it, and ever since then, I haven't been there in 15 years. It all changed. That used to be awesome. This one up here looks like another freaking level. Not just drag racing. Drifting, burnouts, you know, it's catering to, are you a gearhead? Bikes, cars, trucks, whatever, they're gonna cover it all. Plus restaurants and hangouts and all kinds of good stuff, so that looks pretty cool. Might be a new hotspot, at least for those of us in the northern parts of Tampa here. So we'll see. Anyway, that's what's coming up shortly. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. See you next time.